Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von Let's Play Legrand Legacy. Wir stehen hier in Reise, wo wir uns letzte Folge hart Zugang erkämpft haben und reden mal erstmal mit diesen Geisterwesen hier. Nella. Can't you see me? Yes, but barely. Who are you? What happened to you? War ich das nur, dass die Musik gerade irgendwie lauter als sonst? Mal schauen. My name is Nella. When I woke up one morning, I found myself like this. I know not what have befallen me. Whenever I tried asking someone for help, they would just run hands for me. Somebody cast a curse on you. It must have been because of either hatred or jealousy. Somebody has done this to me purposefully? But for what reason? I don't know, dear. But I could tell you this. Curse is not dangerous. I've come across it before, and there's a way to cure it. But then, hoffentlich hat diese Heilung nicht irgendwas damit zu tun, dass wir wieder mal nach Phineas müssen. Ich kann diesen Ort nicht mehr sehen. There is? Yes, this curse is vulnerable to sources of pure energy, like holy water, for example. I am fain to know there is a cure. It's not that straightforward. One needs to combine with the water from 3 different seas, and that means traveling to 3 different ports. Oh no! Oh, but it's rather difficult for me to travel in my current condition. Well, shouldn't we help her then? Why not? I really hate seeing black arts in action. Rest assured, my dear, we can help you get some holy water. You will? Yes, nobody out there deserves to be cursed. Thank you so much. May Leah protect you. Alright, Finn, we need to collect the water from 3 different seas. From 3 different seas. Zungenbrecher. To help her. You can obtain from any town located near the ocean. You just need to go to the city and collect some water at the docks. Okay, got it. Oh, was hatte denn alles? Docks Belfast? Ach, muss ich mal gucken, was noch. Reden wir erstmal noch mit den anderen Leuten hier. I do not have permission to join the army, even though I am the stoutest hitter in Mirais. Und du? Was hast du zu sagen? Report to us immediately if you bear witness to any violation of rules. Das werden wir machen, es sei denn, wir sind die die Regeln verletzen. So, oh mein Gott, das so viel. Können wir nochmal zum Entrance? Oder irgendwie noch weiter? Ich hätte gerne irgendwie was Storage-mäßiges. Hier können wir auf jeden Fall rasten, das machen wir schon mal. Welcome, Outlander. You can say hither if you require rest. You can say hither for a mere 400 Dinar. Die Preise werden auch immer teurer, aber naja. Aber ich fühle es fast schon billiger, in irgendeine andere Stadt zu reisen und dort zu rasten, aber na gut. So, all party members refreshed, HP and AP restored. Ja, damit wir wieder schön Arcanas einsetzen können. We are watching here. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob ich mich dadurch sicherer fühlen soll oder bedroht. Das Kind hätte ich gerne irgendwie angesprochen. Was? Oft is dull to run on my own. Please accompany me, dear sir. Nö. Reden wir noch mit dir hier unten. Stay out of trouble. Ja, wir versuchen es mal, solange hier keiner mit Unstreit anfängt, sollte das uns auch gelingen. An Outlander. I've never met one before. Welcome to our own city. Mal eben kurz gucken, Inventar. Wie viel Platz habe ich denn noch? Ja, es geht eigentlich. Vielleicht machen wir gleich schon mal die Holy Water Quest. Please behave yourself. Aber natürlich doch. So, und dich als letztes. Do not do anything stupid. Okay. Dann würde ich sagen, machen wir eben ganz schnell die Holy Water Quest, weil das ist ja scheinbar mal eine Quest, die doch ganz relativ schnell geht. Wir eigentlich noch sonst noch irgendwelche Nebenquests offen. Blacksmith Shell. Achso, ja, ich weiß ja gar nicht. Mache ich vielleicht mal eine Sonderfolge, wo wir irgendwie ein bisschen in der Arena kämpfen. Freedom, auch 500.000 Dinar, da weiß ich immer noch nicht, wie ich die zusammenkriegen soll. Der braucht noch so einen super tollen Bloodstone. Ups, jetzt, das wollte ich jetzt auch wieder nicht. Ist aber auch doof platziert. Vor allem, warum ist das ein Junge? Do you need to went somewhere? We can take you there. So. Ich möchte gerne einmal nach Durch. Gibt dabei natürlich wieder viel Geld aus. So, dann war hier irgendwo erstmal die... Nee, hier war es gar keine Tänzerin, sondern der Typ. Der kann erstmal ordentlich Sachen hier bekommen. Alles, was wir im Moment brauchen. Mixed Herb das increase strength. Ah. Dann sollten wir uns irgendwie mal auf Rezeptsuche mal begeben, beziehungsweise darauf achten, wenn uns irgendwelche angeboten werden. Dann können wir nämlich endlich mal... Oh, ganz viele Goldsachen. Goldbone, Craft. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir die für irgendwas brauchen. Goldstone. Da steht halt nur, dass man die für ziemlich viel Denare eintauschen kann. Ich glaube, ich behalte von allem mal ein. Ach nee, weißt du was? Ich bin mal so doof und verkaufe die alle. Mal schauen, inwieweit mich das in Bedrängnis bringt. So, kann ich bei dir verkaufen? Ja. Dann würde ich gerne... So, ich werde es bestimmt hinterher bereuen. Aber... Hä? Achso, Checkout Card. Kann es sein, dass ich voll häufig mal Sachen nicht gekauft habe, beziehungsweise verkauft habe? Cartilage Staff. Nakia Staff. Hier habe ich das, glaube ich, mal verkackt. So. Dann einmal kurz zum Schmied. Möchte noch mal kurz gucken, ob wir nicht noch irgendwas Besseres haben. Für Finn auf jeden Fall nicht. Den Melden-Staff könnten wir da unten machen. Würde deine Pi-Attack hochreißen. Oh, aber alles andere ordentlich runterdonnern. Nee, das will ich nicht. Da Mystic Attack würde um die Hälfte runtergehen. Nein. Dafür haben wir alles nicht Materialien. Die sind aber auch doof. Die will ich also gar nicht. Quabo. Ja, der schlecht. Den hatten wir vorher, ne? Dafür haben wir immer noch nicht die Dinger. Der Farina-Bau wäre, glaube ich, das, was ich gerne hätte. Ja. Das dauert wohl noch. Gorehammer. Ne? Hier ist auch nichts Tolles Neues. Den hatte sie, glaube ich, vorher. White Dagger. Ancient Monusa. Ich würde gerne wissen, wo ich das herbekomme, weil den Dagger hätte ich gerne, den Missouri Dagger. Aber naja, das hat ja schon mal nichts gebracht. Immerhin schön nochmal zu gucken. Und einmal an die Docks. Frage ist jetzt, wie sammle ich hier Holy Water? Ist da jetzt irgendeinen speziellen Trick? Da muss ich hier irgendwen dafür anquatschen. Gehen wir hier vorbei. Ist natürlich irgendwie ein bisschen vage formuliert mit dem Holy Water Gedöns. Ah, always respect the Murias. Huh? Why? For their way of life. Their way of life? How is it different to that of other people? Can't you see it? Most Murias choose to live in a small and simple house. Come to think of it, I suppose houses in the way aren't as big as in other cities. It's because they don't want to disturb the balance of the nature. The balance of the nature? What does that mean? They believe there a certain balance existed at the very beginning, when land was created. Humans then began inhabiting the land. They require shelter for living, and that's why they built houses. However, that disrupts the balance of nature. That's why the Murias built small houses to keep the balance as intact as possible. I thought that was because they couldn't afford bigger houses. You're wrong, Sonny. The race is abundant with natural resources. However, the mirrors choose not to harvest it at all, or to tell anyone about it. To preserve the balance? Exactly. They never take more than they need. They never go fishing if they have food, and they never pick more fruit from the trees than necessary, as they were of caring for Mother Nature. That's an interesting way of life. Yes, it is. I prefer it to any other. Holy Water of Dory, yay! Dann einmal nach Belfast. So. Ansonsten, ja, wohl Ostia geht auch. Aber wir nehmen mal Belfast. Dann gucken wir mal, ob Dunabad oder Ostia. Ich glaube, ich nehme mal Dunabad. So, ja. Einmal hier runter. Kann ich jetzt hier irgendwo... Ach, da gibt eine Treppe runter. Ups, scheiße, jetzt habe ich was weggeklickt. You can still feel the celebratory spirit in the city even after the festival is over. You're right, Lady Scatia. The people here always seems happy, and they are always willing to share that happiness with others. They're really kind. Not all people are kind, but the ones who have always impressed me. This city always held festival, even during war. The people there never lost hope and always spread kindness. They never hesitate to help others, and that's why others never hesitate to help them. I can't imagine them holding the festival if something terrible or chaotic is happening nearby. Belfast is well known for its peacefulness. Perhaps they believe the festival is one way to stop people from waging war. That sounds crazy, but I understand their feeling. You can't say they're wrong. I almost forgot we had war during the festival. Maybe remember we're all different, yet we're all the same in a lot of ways. There was no racial or class segregation during the festival. Just people meeting each other and sharing their happiness. Looks like you've made a wonderful memory, Lady Scatia. I have, Sonny. I have. Holy Water of Belfast. Yay. Wir haben so viel heiliges Wasser, damit können wir einen eigenen Olymp gründen. Ah, so ein Quatsch. Einmal nach Dunabad, komm. Haben wir schon länger nicht mehr gesehen. Obwohl, stimmt gar nicht. Egal. So. Und einmal zu den Docks. Die Ironman trifft mir gar nicht mehr so häufig an. Fällt mir mal so nebenbei auf. So. Der Galgen da hinten ist auch sehr schön. So, einmal hier lang. Treffe ich aber nur dich. Mit dir haben wir bestimmt schon mal geredet, deswegen habe ich den Dialog jetzt. Ups. Da irgendwas geblinkt. Da. Do you know when humans started moving to Dunabad? It used to be a monster nest back in the time. I thought Dunabad had always been a city. There was only one port in Targan at the time, Aristan. However, it was located too far north and levied extremely high taxes on everything. To avoid paying these taxes and to cut the traveling distance, the traders made an arrangement to meet in the southern Targan. The place became known as Dunabad. So the city was founded by traders? More or less. The city eventually got more and more visitors thanks to its strategic location. People started moving to Dunabad, seeing plenty of opportunity to sell a good or offer their services to sailors and traders. It didn't take long before Dunabad became the largest port in Targan. Lady Scatia, how do you know so much? Is it because you lived for 100 of years? I would take that as a compliment, Sonny, but say that again and you learn pain worth hundreds of years of torture. Holy Water of Dunabad! We sure have traveled a lot and we finally have the sweet kinds of seaweather. Now I can prepare the holy water for Nella. Let's go back to Murias and heal her. Ja, wenn es weiter nichts ist, ich meine, wir können ja mal eben durch die ganze Weltgeschichte reisen. Warum? Wenn man übrigens überall... Das ist... Ach nein, will ich gar nicht. Wenn man eigentlich überall diese Griffin Rides machen kann, warum mühen wir uns eigentlich so ab, durch unsere... uns durch die Weltgeschichte hier zu kämpfen? Ich weiß, das ist jetzt natürlich wieder gute alte Spiellogik, dass die Schnellreisesysteme eigentlich irgendwie den ganzen Aufwand hier ein bisschen zunichte machen. 500, um nach Murias zu kommen, meine Güte. Aber naja, eigentlich die Frage, logischerweise stellt sich die Frage schon. Ich meine, wenn man überall... Wir hätten eigentlich fast jeden Ort umgehen können, wenn wir einfach diese Griffins benutzt hätten. Rise Mist. Ist das? Ja. Einmal für die gute Nella. We brought the water for you. Please wait for a moment. I prepared for you. Höchstwahrscheinlich klappt jetzt irgendwas nicht. Wir müssen nochmal in alle Städte reisen. Oh, thank you so much. Removed holy water of Durch, holy water of Belfast, and holy water of Dunabat. First, put all of the seawater in one place and boil it. While waiting for it to boil, crush the herbs until the water goes wet. Crazy, tell me, will I be fine? Pricey, kinda. No harm trying. It's ready. Although certain this is holy water, it does not appear that way to me. It smells lacketh valor, and look it nasty too, or das könnte Dunabat sein. Just drink it. After that, use it to wash your face, hands, and feet. Fine. I'm back! I can no longer see through me. I'm not invisible anymore. Thank you so much. You saved me from the curse. I'm glad to have helped you. Now we must continue. Wait! Please accept this. Consider this as a token of my gratitude. Ja, Level up. Ach, 10.000 XP. Level ups für alle. Kai mit 72 verkackt, noch ein Level aufzusteigen. Lancia Longini. Ah, eine gute alter Speer ist wahrscheinlich. So, dann verteilen wir doch mal Punkte. 4 Stück. 2 auf Vitalität und 2 auf Agilität. Ja. Das halte ich doch für eine gute Wahl. Geht ihre physische Angriffskraft auch mal wieder nach oben. So, dann bei dir Vitalität und auch Agilität. Oh, Life Consume. Sehr schön. Kleines Upgrade. Was kannst du jetzt so als nächstes lernen? Intelligenz brauchst du für eigentlich alles. Dann machen wir das doch. Für Steinfähigkeiten, naja. Oh, mit Intelligenz 40 hat sie schon. Stone Spikes. Irgendwie doof, dass ausgerechnet Eris 2 Elemente hat. Dadurch, dass sie die Heilerin ist, ist das irgendwie ein bisschen blöd. Da hätte ich das lieber irgendwie für Scatia oder so gehabt. Vitalität und Agilität. Genau. Sam. Können wir mal Agilität auf 10 erhöhen? Warum 14 erhöhen? Warum nicht? Ist ja auch nicht allzu schlecht. Selbst du hast 2 Punkte. Stärke 30 für Light Swipe. Oder Shine Thrust. Da brauche ich Stärke für. Oh. Ja. Wird wohl so schnell alles nix. Ja, wie gesagt, ich glaube, meine Skillung ist echt nicht gut gewesen, aber naja. Ich schätze mal, wir werden das Spiel trotzdem schaffen. Hoffe ich einfach mal. Hall of Beasts. Greetings, brave souls. Theowin. Hast du was mit Theoden zu tun? Thank you, sir. And you are? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Theowin, Hallmaster and Cleric of Knights. Surprisingly, I don't know you. I thought I knew everyone here. Perhaps you're familiar with my own father, whose name was Theonar. Oh, of course. Theonar was a brave knight. He stood strong against the cursed Nords until his last breath. Sorry for your loss, Hallmaster. Hallmaster, so. I thank you, my lady, but I would prefer to dwell on it no longer. Now, if you please, form a circle around the fountain. Stimmt, erstmal waschen. Wie dramatisch Sam immer geht. Allein dafür finde ich ihn schon klasse. Idab idedio Theowin indepta apa avaya adep igmium crebat ac resarea. Bald kann ich die Sprache. Fehlt nur noch Klingonisch, dann kann ich alles. What is this? This is how it feels to be blessed, Finn. Now what you expected, Now we are worthy to receive the armament. May you find faith in duty. May the tree guide you to your fate. Thank you, Tywin. Go now. This bet not keep the High Chancellor waiting. Come on, let's go. Okay. Wir quatschen natürlich alles an, was nicht nied- und nagelfest ist. I desire that the High Chancellor will grant me an audience one day. I wish to witness her beauty. You are now here to bring unrest to Miras here? Yes? Natürlich nicht. Also Unruhe, nein, nie im Leben. We don't oft receive an opportunity to meet Outlanders, Caesar. Ich weiß nicht, ich spreche das höchstwahrscheinlich alles falsch aus. Ich möchte gern wieder in eine Region, wo die Leute normal reden. Who knows what lies beneath Gwinnell Forest? Does anyone actually desire to learn the truth? Wäre auf jeden Fall nicht schlecht. Oh, what should I do? What's wrong, sir? Stagnation has struck me like a thunderbolt. I do not know how I should continue my peace. No word shall ever do the High Chancellor justice. Her wisdom, her beauty. Ja, finde, hätte ich jetzt auch nichts mehr zu gesagt. Should I join the army? We are in dire need of brave soldiers to preserve our own peace. Die haben so eine komische Art zu reden. So komisch. No crime shall go unpunished. Wie lohnt es sich gar nicht, die Guards anzusprechen, oder ja? Miras soldiers always obey orders. Das haben wir gemerkt. I simply desire that you would not wreak havoc on the peace in Miras. Wir geben unser Bestes. When I get thrustier, I shall join the ranks of Miras soldiers so I can protect the High Chancellor from evildoers. Ja, ein hehres Ziel auf jeden Fall. Ganz viele Waffen liegen hier rum. Können wir da nicht eine von mitnehmen? Schade. Naja, gehört sich wohl auch nicht ganz so hier zu bedienen. Lucias Chambers und der Marke. Dann gehen wir da hin. So, kaufen erstmal ein. Beziehungsweise schauen, ob du Rezepte hast. Welcome to my own shop. Please gaze upon what I have. Gaze. Horhound S. Seraphine Bow. Kaufe ich mal. Brauchen wir es wahrscheinlich nicht. Randic Dagger. Crusher Hammer. Ja. Sonst hat sie nicht so viel. So, das ist Alchemie. Da haben wir noch eine Truhe. Can I be of any assistance here? Ja, ja gut, für Finn haben wir immer noch nichts. Wir haben natürlich nicht gemerkt, für wen wir was Neues hatten, für dich nicht. So, Seraphinenbogen hatten wir noch. Oh, der ist natürlich super geil. Mossy Callan. Ah, fehlt uns natürlich und Sturdy Deer. Ja. Ist jetzt gar nicht mal... Okay, Evasion hat er viel mehr. Ja, ist eigentlich fast genauso gut wie das, was wir haben. Ein bisschen Unterschiede sind. Crusher Hammer, die erste Rare Study Brunnerham. Verändert gar nicht mal allzu viel, aber dafür doch ordentlich. Fast 200 Punkte für P-Attack. Sehr korrekt. Lancia Longini. Visceral Tail. Bekommt man doch bestimmt von irgendeinem Bossgegner oder so. Ah, Legendary. Ja. Wollte schon sagen, das ist höchstwahrscheinlich die beste. Blacksmith Skill ist too low. Das ist bestimmt die beste Waffe für Scatias. Ich meine, guck doch mal an, wie die Werte hochballert. Über 1000 P-Attack und so. Die werden wir höchstwahrscheinlich bis zum Ende des Spiels nicht erreichen. Randic Dagger, was fehlt uns da? Iron Part. Immer fehlt uns was. Ich glaube vor allem Kayel bräuchte mal eine neue Waffe. Oder? Ja, das hast dann... Was? Missouri Dagger, Rare. Ah. Schauen wir mal. Hat jetzt gar nicht mal so viel gebracht. What should I purchase? My significant other said that I could purchase anything I desire. It's apparent to me that thou art displaying thine own accomplishments in a boastful manner. What are thou implying? Well, dear sir, thou hast a lover, and I have not. Art thou rejoicing yet? Thy meaning escapes me. Ja, irgendwie durch eure Art zu reden escaped mir auch vieles von eurer Bedeutung. I have arrived. I just require some courage to initiate a conversation with her. Ah, Liebestriangel oder was? Ja, ich hab's auch gesehen, Junge, der Glänzer. Smuter Fossil R Recipe. Ein Scheiß. Nay, crime shall go unpunished. Ja, das hatten wir schon mal. I do not know what I should purchase. I have everything in my own possession already. Ja, dann kauft ihr halt nichts, meine Güte. Immer diese Kaufsüchtigen. Do you like my beautiful hair? It's the most beautiful hair in Legrand. Oh ja, absolut. Wunderbar. Der Typ hier unten hat ja zum Glück nicht genau dieselben Haare, aber ich habe ja schon nichts gesagt. Also die Wachen quatschen jetzt nicht an, die haben ja eh alle dasselbe zu sagen. Dann gehen wir mal zur guten Lucia. Gut, die Wachen hier quatschen jetzt auch nicht alle an. Das haben wir jetzt doch schon zuhauf gehört, was sie zu sagen haben. Noch längeren Thronsaal gab es nicht. You have finished the ritual? Yes, we can proceed to the next step. Wait here while we open the breach. Excuse me, my lady, but we need the heart to perform the ceremony. Of course. Finn, give it to him, please. Jetzt so, nein, ich gebe es dir nicht. Here is it, sir. Here it is, sir. Heart of the fowl is given to Irza. I thank you. Irza, please inform me when the tree is ready. Yes, your excellency. Now please excuse us. So maybe we should have talked while we're waiting. There's something to talk about. I'm surprised that none of the younglings recognized me. I guess you haven't told them about me. And wherefore should I have? This is a proper punishment for a traitor to be forgotten completely. Traitor? Lucia, you can think of me however you like, but I will never betray my own people. Then why did thou leave? You know why. Why do you keep asking me? There's no acceptable reason for what thou hast done short of madness. How many times do I need to tell you? I don't understand any of this. Could someone please tell me what's going on? Ah, so it's not told them what thou art. Who thou truly art. Mein Gott, redet doch mal normales Englisch. I still remember the last thing you said to me before I left. It's hard for me to admit. Thy shame? Thy disgrace? It's my fault, Lucia, but I wouldn't have left if I hadn't thought you had been more suited to. Always excuses. Thou knows not but how to force me to bear all of this alone. Because I know you're more than capable. Because I wanted to flee thy responsibility. Lucia, I'm just not made for all of this. I belong out there. Clearly, thou hast chosen those sinful outlanders over thine own people. After all these years, and you still don't get it, do you, Lucia? I have heard enough of thy excuses, Scatia. I told you we have nothing left to talk about. This can happen again and again if we waste our time on fruitless conversation. Excuse me, Your Excellency, but what is actually going on between you two? You've been quarreling a lot, and it seems like you know each other well. Seems I must tell you the truth. Then you shall understand. Please, Your Excellency, tell us what's going on. Scatia was mine own elder sister. Ja, wow, was ein Surprise. Also, wer sich das jetzt nicht hätte selber denken können, der schaut, glaube ich, ziemlich selten Krimis. Und mir fällt jetzt erst auf, Lucia scheint eine mächtige Magierin zu sein, denn sie schwebt über der Stufe. Sie muss gar nicht drauf stehen. Your sister? Mein Gott, Arie, du langsam Checker, ey. Why didn't you tell us this, Lady Scatia? Konnte sich das keiner von euch denken? I didn't think it was necessary to tell you that I'm an unwanted family member. So this is all about the intrigue you in the royal family. Great. No, Sonny, Reise isn't a kingdom. It's a structured settlement. Huh. If you're talking about social structures, then I see no difference. There is a difference. Reise doesn't have a king or a queen, just a high chancellor. But, Lady Scatia, why did you decide to leave? You were supposed to be the one to claim the throne, weren't you? Yes, Lady Scatia. Why did you choose to live outside of Murias? I was chosen to be the spellbearer, to guide the Fatebound, and Lucia's destiny was to take care of our homeland. That's why Lucia and I parted ways. Enough of our various fates and the preposterous story of being chosen to be the spellbearer. I can stand it no longer. You may not believe it, but I was called by a voice from on high. A voice heard only by thee, though has always been the illusioner. You have no idea how sorry I'm about all of this, Lucia. Let me fix this. Let me fix us. There's nothing left to fix, Scatia. Thou cannot fix something that's beyond repair. Thou hast broken us badly enough. Your Excellency, my deepest apologies, but I can't help but to interrupt. Why do you insist on calling us outlanders? Disgraceful. I suppose thou knowest not what thy forefathers did to bring chaos upon the land. I know there's a war raging out there, but it's definitely not what we want. We want nothing but peace and order. I have heard such words so many times. There's always a lie. Your outlanders strive only to force your own ideals upon others. This is the only thing you know how to do. Aber ich wette, ihr seid eigentlich nicht viel anders. We didn't come here to argue. Thou claims to be the mentor of the Fatebound, the one whose charge is to guide them all, and Yasuo has told them nothing? They already know their duty and purpose. The rest is trivial. Those omitted things that would provide them enlightenment, and though it's done so purposefully, they fail to grasp their own origins, the very purpose for which the Fatebounds exist. Told you that doesn't matter anymore. They know what they're doing in the right thing. No, Lady Scatia. Everything that happened in the past, I want to know it all. I sense the fear now, Scatia. The truth has always terrified thee. Your Excellency, please, if there's something we don't know. Oh, there are many things those know not, child. Then would you please enlighten us? Very well, I showed her everything, every detail from the very beginning. Oh, bitte eine Videosequenz, ich hab jetzt ich rede mir schon wieder im Mund so fusselig. I believe so are already aware that the universe is divided into several realms based on their proximity to Lear. The realm that is the highest and closest to Lear is Tir Magmor, the home of the Divine One, the Aeosis.
The higher up closest to Lear's realm is Tir Magmor, home of the Divine High Aeosis. Underneath it, there is Legrand. Once during its first age, more than 1,000 years ago, the land was inherited by its 3 native races. Humans, the ancient lions of the east, and the 4 great dragons of the north. The eastern land of Legrand, Targon continent, was a peaceful place, unlike the northern Albion, where the dragons and humans are always fighting each other. In the deeper territory of the universe, there is Dune Aiden, home of the vile beings the Lear detests, the Fear-Bolgs. Due to its destructive nature, the Fear-Bolgs brought destruction to their own land, leaving the Dune Aiden shattered to pieces. Soon as they realized they needed another land to occupy, Fear-Bolgs has been trying to find a way to ascend to Legrand, the closest realm. Knowing this, Lear sent down Aeosis to help Legrand's inhabitants defending their own land from the accursed Fear-Bolgs. Numerous Aeosis and 4 apostles, mothers of the heroes, landed in Cersei to inherit the western Legrand, Old Murias to be precise, and built garrison there. During the first years of Fear-Bolg's arrival, all the natives hardly put any fight against them, causing the incomers to occupy the land almost entirely and easily. The heroes also given a hard time fighting against the Fear-Bolgs, which invasion coming from all directions. Most of Old Murias crumbled, but the heroes still striving to defend our homeland. Fortunately, Drolvanir, one of the great dragons of the north, came to help and successfully repelled the invasion, although he was gravely wounded and dying. The help of Drolvanir did not come without hoping something in return. Dralvanir conveyed his wish for the heroes to save the last surviving dragonkin, to which the heroes agreed. Dralvanir's help brought heroes to come to realization about how to protect Legrand entirely, to strengthen the resistance against the Firbolgs. Knowing that they were unconsciously leaving the other parts of Legrand unguarded, they knew they shall expand occupied areas and build quarters over them. Therefore, 3 of the heroes ventured to north, south, and east side of Legrand, while one of them stayed in Urias. The strategy proven could turn the tide of war effectively. Territories occupied by the Firbolg has been decreasing significantly, even though it was still not enough to cast away the Firbolgs completely. The heroes needed to help the natives whom grown thin in number day after day, and also build stronger resistance at the same time. Therefore, they decided to invite the natives to take part in fighting for the land. They share them own powers to the natives by mating. Luch, hero of the West, stayed here, mating with fellow Eosis. Luanda, heroes of the East, was mating with the Great Lion and gave birth to Aramans. Dagda, hero of the South, was mating with a human of muted society in Phineas, which was also a witch doctor, and gave birth to the Norns. Linus, heroes of the North, had the biggest responsibility, for he must also fulfill his promise to Dralvanir. He was mating with both human and the last dragon of the North. The offspring from human was ones who called the first men, and the offspring from the dragon was the shapeshifters called the Dringers. The heroes taught all of them own descendants to unite and stand strong for them own land. With such immense power, the heroes and Legrand's people could eventually put up a fight against the Firbolgs, and the amount of Firbolgs left in Legrand decreased significantly. However, the heroes were also badly wounded. Despite the wound, the 4 heroes were still trying to complete their own duty to finish the Great War. In order to protect Legrand's future, they all sacrificed their own life to send the Firbolgs back to their own shattered realm. With their own last effort, the heroes pushed the Firbolgs back to Duneiden, closed and sealed the breach to prevent the Firbolg from coming back. After the heroes passed away, the children of heroes brought the armaments back to their own home, planted them in the cardinal trees to be the pillars of equilibrium.
Thus, they would also be available if Legrand ever had to face another catalysm, as the heroes mentioned in their final testament. Thousands of years after the heroes' departures, the second age of Legrand began, and with it began everlasting bloodshed. The heroes warned that the Firbolg's defeat would never stop them from striving to return to Legrand, unless they were annihilated. But it seems the descendants of the heroes became carried away by their victory and slowly began to forget the testament and even their own history. Now the heroes and their armaments have come to be considered not more than a myth. The people of Legrand also forget their unity and how they were meant to protect Legrand. This means not only protecting the universe, but also each other. They did not realize that separating themselves served only to weaken Legrand. The descendants only grew more selfish, foolish, and greedy. That was it brought the children of Linus to part ways and build opposing factions. The first men built Fandor, and the Dringers built their own kingdom of Altea, and the 2 races began to vie with one another. At first, the war was over the right to the hero's legacy and the armament within the Mutant Tree. But as time passed and Legrand continued to suffer, the feud became about naught but power and domination. Legrand's people forget that they are all brothers and began killing each other. In their greed, Fandor sought to build more settlements and expand their territory. They hastily made their way toward the frontier, where people who did not wish to join any faction lived in peace high in the mountain. The locals refused to surrender their land without a fight, and the Fandorians were unable to establish a foothold. Refusing to acknowledge that the frontier is a harsh environment that cannot be tamed and cultivated, the Fandorians kept trying to conquer it. And they slaughtered their own long-forgotten brethren in the process, they turned the frontier into a cursed burial ground, and countless lives were lost. Wow, that sounds messed up. Now I understand why Lady Lucia refused to let us enter. I guess there really is a lot that we don't know about. No. Will this chaos ever end? It turns out our history is built upon one enormous error. And so, Scatia, thou thinkest that thou can solve all of this? Thou hast failed the Darthy tree and handed it over to the cursed prodigy, and thou claims thyself the mentor of the Fatebound who shall restore Legrand. Your mentor is not but a self-proclaimed spellbearer. For shame. Lucia, please stop this. Thou hast never been honest to them, Scatia. Thou let them follow thy path without question. She is the spellbearer, the one who can strike the armaments. What is there to question? Then, hast thou witnessed her extracting one with thine own eye? Hast thou beheld the spell in action? But she's the spellbearer Lazarus told us to find. Ah, but hast thou seen proof of this? And at once hast thou bothered to think that thou might just be deceived? How could those ever even trust her, child? It's written in the history books. I've read about it before. It says that Lazarus is the one who... And yet I have lived longer than any of the authors of your history book. If I cannot trust anything or anyone, then why should I trust you? History is but words and can easily be altered. And you ignorant outlanders have ever been foolish enough to swallow it whole. I have witnessed it in history. I have experienced it myself. But though, for these but words upon the page. Well then, what is true history then? Thou thinkest the North a mess? No, child. To complete Legrand's horror, the war of the South began to heat up in Finny. The cursed Norns, who eventually discovered the nefarious capability of their own art, began to shed blood in the South. For years they had performed a blasphemous act, building undead troops in secrecy to conquer the land. They forced the humans of the South to fight an endless battle against the Deathless Legion. In these desperate times, some humans ventured all the way to Tagrin, hoping to find better minerals to build stronger weapons. The rest of them came here, to New Marias, and asked for our help to end the bloody work of the cursed Norn. My father was the High Chancellor at the time, and he agreed to join the humans and lead our troops to purchase terror to Phineas. The humans let our troops fight on the front line, and right before our troops were about to be defeated, they fled like the cowards they were. They left our troops to perish, and my own father was brutally murdered. Marias was dealt a great blow that day, and I lost my mother soon after, but that is not the end of the story. To complete the misery, not long after the loss of my family, I was compelled to lose my only sister, who was supposed to replace father. To be more exact, she left me. As she became accustomed to battle, she decided to continue the war against the cursed Norns. She kept fighting them until one day she decided to implement a morbid method for quickly annihilating the cursed Norns. A morbid method? Annihilating? What do you mean? I prefer not to speak of the detail. It is too horrid. But Lady Scatia told us it was... So thou shalt explain herself then, Scatia. It would be childish for me to say that I had no other choice, but I was young, foolish and careless. Thou hast broken the code, Scatia. The Aeosis must seek no vengeance. It was a profound mistake, yes, but I didn't do what I did for the sake of revenge. I just wanted to help, and I wanted to put an end to it all. But, as it turned out, I didn't even know what I've got myself into. Confess thy sins, Scatia. May it ease thy step later, where thou enterest the judgment of the Rashua tree. Diese Lucia geht mir so hart auf den Geist. At the time, it was chaotic in the South. I saw suffering everywhere. I saw people losing their homes and children losing their parents. We fought with all our might, but the cursed Norns kept coming. Their undead horde seemed to be indestructible. So I turned to the old way. I sought the dragons, hoping they would help us to stop the cursed Norns, just as they helped us our ancestors repel the fear ball. I ventured east to find the last righteous dragonkin who were rumored to roam the desert. That's how I got to know him. Lazarus. I asked for his help to end the war. He agreed under one condition, that I develop a strong bond with him and become his rider. You see, once he turns into a dragon, he would lose control, so he required someone he could trust to bring him under control. And you fell for each other, did you not? Thy foolish quest ended in foolish love. Foolish. Maybe to you. It sure didn't feel foolish to us at the time, so we departed to Phineas together. When we got there, everything went according to plan, but the cursed Norns were refused to surrender so easily. Hier fehlt mir gerade ein bisschen die musikalische Untermalung. At one point, Lazarus became enraged. I lost control of him, and the situation quickly got out of hand. Lazarus was only supposed to be a deterrent, something that would force the cursed Norns to surrender, but it all went horribly wrong. If only we realized that we rushed things, that our bond wasn't strong enough yet. No, please tell me this isn't true, please. I'm so sorry, Aerith. I regret it deeply. I never meant to hide it from you. I didn't have the courage to tell you the truth. Not only you, Aerith, but all of you. I swear, I still condemn myself to this day. No, I can't believe this. Why? Thy deed consumed them all, Scatia. The pure Norns also suffered greatly. Why? What possessed you to do that? I can't believe this. The heroes mentioned that the Dringers are granted wondrous powers to protect and keep order throughout Legrand. Inheriting the blood of the hero has allowed them to possess both the great strengths of dragons and mind like those of humans. That's why I asked for their help. They were the only ones who could end the interminable war. Yet none of them has mastered their own powers. They can only use one of their abilities at a time. They have forgotten their own origins and all the heroes had taught them. Thou should have known better, Scatia. Clearly such power can become destructive if left unchecked. Such might can bring naught but destruction. Thou were too naive if thou thought that a strong bond could be built on such a shallow foundation. You know nothing of our foundation, Lucia. You dare not to speak to me of it again. I can't believe what you've done. I know, Arya. That's probably why Leah has chosen me. Condemned me to live with the aftermath of my sin all this time. You're always lecturing us about salvation, but it turns out you're responsible for a massacre yourself. You've really set a whole new level of cruelty. Don't know what else can top that. I wanted to end the war, to end all the killing in Legrand, but now, this is the good that fate has led me to? To you and Lazarus? I'm beginning to doubt the journey and its noble cause. No, you can't distrust me. But you can't lose faith. So rum, Entschuldigung. Arya, please, you can't just ignore Leah's plan. Please don't say anything more about it. I don't want to think about it right now. Leah works in mysterious ways. In fact, Leah's methods are probably beyond anything we could ever comprehend. Speak forth, Ahriman. What has thou in thy mind? I'm not going to blame Lady Scatia. What happened was hardly her fault alone. Oh, Ahriman, one knows not whether thou plays at subtlety or art simply ignorant. In the past, I have also killed many people without knowing their true goals or purposes. Right and wrong, good and evil. These are not for us to judge. They are up to Leah to decide. Besides thine own dark history, I can see that thou and Scatia seem to share nothing in common. Both of you love making excuses. Kann die mal die Schnauze halten? Die nervt mich so hart. Surely everyone has sinned to some degree. But everyone also has a chance of redemption as long as they are still breathing. And the most obvious tool Leah has ever given us to preserve redemption is time. Thou art not the one to say which acts can and cannot be redeemed, Ahriman. That's true. I'm definitely not in position to speak of such matters. Neither can I say whether what Lady Scatia did was right or wrong. Instead, I was merely explaining my view about what is done at the time, for good or for ill. And I firmly believe that true redemption is to see our guilt as a compass that leads us to a better self. Well said, but so I'm about to see what will be left of her after she enters the judgment of the Ritual tree. Scatia, this may be thy chance to find the redemption thou seekest. The Ritual tree's judgment may be harsh, but perhaps it will grant thy mercy. It is one of the reasons why I came back here. Well, the time is nigh. Ich würde jetzt gerne mal speichern und die Folge beenden. Your Excellency, preparations are complete. Thank you, Israel. Thou mayst leave now. I will not be far if Your Excellency requires anything. Fatebound, I may dislike the fact that you are entering this tree, but you have fulfilled the requirements and may begin your trial. I shall not break my own word without cause. You may find the trials hard, but its fairness is undeniable, for the tree will read all of you like a book. So if any of you are likely to find such revelation distressing, I suggest not entering. We await your command, Miss Arya. Arya, you can turn me away at any time, but please don't deny that you need the armament. Legrand needs you to have it. So has proven thy incompetence, Scatia. Why dost thou expect from those in thy charge? They have fulfilled the requirements. You shouldn't doubt them, Lucia. Arya, look, I'm about to face the consequences of my actions, and I might survive a judgment. But no matter what happens, you must continue the journey. Just don't know how hard it is for me to keep my faith in the journey. And the Fatebound. We've come this far, and be all in vain if we just walk away now, won't it? We need to be validated as a true Fatebound, and Lady Scatia needs to find a redemption, then so be it. Lady Scatia, you told me to prepare for the truth about each one of us as we approach the Ritual tree. This isn't how I expected this to happen. Everything has become so complicated now. But I don't think we'll keep dwelling on this. Wow, I didn't expect that out of you, Finn. You really are good at surprising people, you know that. No, I'm not doing this for you. I don't even know if this is all real. But it doesn't look like we have much choice, do we? Why are you always so eager to get into the heat of the action, Finn? Finn, wait. I just don't know what we're getting ourselves into. If we fail, Legrand is doomed. What else are we going to do? Legrand can protect itself, and the situation out there is already getting worse as we waste time with bickering. Oh, Finny, well said indeed, but this really makes my head hurts. There are always choices, but we won't reach our destination if we just stand still. By saying things like that, you're just focusing us into a bad choice, Eris. The clock is ticking. It is time for a decision. Alright, we're going in. Great, time to jump in blind. Seems everything is decided now. Meet me at the tree whenever you are ready. Okay, let's go. Wow, das war mal eine ordentliche Ladung an Story-Input. Nicht schlecht, ich hätte gedacht, dass wir jetzt schon neue Chapter erreicht haben, aber tatsächlich nicht. Sprechen wir hier mal drüber und dann sage ich Tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal, wenn es wieder als Let's Play Legrand Legacy und bis dahin, macht's gut.